I guess I should start this off just by saying, everybody, listen, I don't work for Ubisoft. I've never worked for Ubisoft. I've never been paid by Ubisoft. Basically, in this discussion, all my opinions are 100% my own. And, yeah, listen, I'm just a fan of the game. Anyways, yeah, so Rocksmith announced today. Bring out your guitars, get ready for Rocksmith Plus to launch on September 6th. And if you guys have any sense of what time of the year it is, I know that I don't. I had to look at the fucking calendar. But that's next week. That is next Tuesday. So next Tuesday, Rocksmith Plus will be going live. So 5,000 plus song library. Now, obviously, that's not going to be 5,000 songs that... I mean, it's fair to say that we are a metal-focused community, right? We are a metal-focused community. So this is obviously not going to be 5,000 metal songs. Custom Forge got like 53,000 songs, just saying. Yeah, those are illegal, by the way. They are running a contest, everybody. You can enter to win a guitar. This is on the official Rocksmith page. So everybody go make sure you enter this giveaway. I think one of them is actually a Matt Heafy Epiphone. Yeah, go get yourself a Rocksmith Plus controller, okay? They have posted the song library. It is live. Look, we got Amon Amarth, Alice Cooper, Opeth. This is just whatever on the top. Iced Earth. I'll actually have to sit down and do a deep dive in this. Obviously, everybody here just wants to look at the metal, right? August Burns Red, Opeth, Iced Earth, Entombed, Catatonia. Lots of August Burns Red, it looks like. Now, okay, you know what? Screw all that. Let's just actually talk about the idea of Rocksmith Plus, okay? The whole idea of what they want to do with Rocksmith Plus, right, is they want to turn it into a Spotify learning service for guitar, like Spotify-like guitar learning service. So before they'd be like, hey, Ghost, let's license Cerise, let's license Year Zero, whatever. Let's license this, license that, blah, blah, blah. And then they chart the songs, they upload them, and that's what they put into the game. I think their approach now is that they want to do blanket licensing. So I think ideally they want to go like, hey, you know, I'm just giving examples here. I don't know anything about any deals they got in place or anything like that. I'm just giving examples here. So for example, they go to Roadrunner Records and be like, hey, Roadrunner, we want to put Trivium in Rocksmith Plus. And they'd be like, okay. And then they work out the deal. And then literally the whole catalog of Trivium, you know, I'm just using Trivium as an example because I know all of their albums are on Roadrunner. All of Trivium is now in Rocksmith Plus. All right, so now, you know, Ubisoft has some staff, the people who tab out the songs, so they'll probably do a couple here or there. All of the songs are now licensed, so that's when the Rocksmith Workshop comes into place, right? So think of it like custom charting, but they have a selection of stuff that is licensed for the game. You know, that does mean we're probably not going to get some silly memes like, I don't know, Big Chungus or whatever, but, you know, if their goal of getting 1 million songs, they said, I read somewhere, they want to get 1 million songs. They want to have 1 million songs in Rocksmith Plus. The whole idea there is that they want to allow legally, as much as they can, the community to be able to chart stuff, right? Now, obviously, you know, they're not going to suddenly have access to everything. So the whole catalog, obviously, is not going to be there right off the bat. This is where it comes down to the value that you see in the game, right? It's going to be a subscription service. I think, okay, so $14.99 for 1 month, $39.99 for a 3-month subscription, $9.99 for a 12-month subscription. This is where I think a lot of people are getting upset. Another subscription, blah, you know, okay, I get it. You guys don't like subscriptions. Now, here's the thing. You all know my opinion of it. I think that, I think the subscription model is fine. But it all depends if they can, okay, it all depends to me if they can actually bring the value that they are promising or that they want to bring in. So if you're doing $14.99 a month, but you're starting with 5,000 songs, I think that's cool. However, obviously people are not going to want to play all those 5,000 songs. So you got 90 pages of rock, 13 pages of metal songs, okay? You know, I don't know if all of those are 100% playable as like lead, rhythm, and bass, or if those are just the ones that have been updated with the chord charts that are licensed that people can track or add to. I can see that maybe their 5,000 song list might be a little bit inflated. Subscription models, obviously, everything is a fucking subscription now, and I'm sure it's annoying to some people. But like I said, we'll have to see if the value is there. We'll have to see if the value is there, and if they can keep adding, keep licensing, We'll have to see. If you want to know my prediction for Rocksmith Plus, all right, I think it's going to have a big bump at the start when people get into it. I think we might see it die down a little bit. And then I think if, the lifespan will keep kicking on. And I think once they start adding a lot more stuff to it, you'll have people more ready to kind of hop back in. The other scary thing is that there will be a big incentive for some to shut off their Rocksmith 2014 servers. I mean, I've had my Rocksmith 2014 blocked. I block outgoing and ingoing on it with a firewall rule because it makes the startup faster. Hint, do it. For like 8 months. It'll literally cause nothing. I think, listen, when we're talking about Rocksmith Plus here, I think the whole Rocksmith 2014 discussion right now, that's like completely irrelevant. Because it's not going anywhere. They're not going to shut it down. As far as I know, Custom Forge is not going anywhere. All right, as far as I know, Custom Forge is not going anywhere. Maybe in the future, here's the thing to everybody, maybe in the future, Custom Forge will be irrelevant. We don't know. If you saw my old YouTube videos, though, the sound engine is like completely updated. I did a lot of... Here's the thing, everybody. If you haven't seen my old Rocksmith Plus videos from the beta, I highly recommend you go watch them. They're on my YouTube channel. I think I have a Rocksmith Plus playlist. So one thing that is really cool about Rocksmith Plus that you would see if you watched my old videos, the mobile app. All right? And this is really cool, I think, for accessibility. There's actually going to be note detection from your cell phone. I don't know if any of you saw that. There's actually been note detection from your cell phone. And I tested it out in one video, and it worked. It worked very, very well. And it was it kind of weirded me out at how cool it was. So essentially, yeah, you take your phone, there's a Rocksmith Plus app, you put it in front of the amplifier, and that is your real tone cable. And it even worked when my guitar was distorted. Like I had my Line 6 practice amp plugged in over here. I put my phone in front of it. You connect your phone like through the Ubisoft cloud or where it goes to space somewhere, and then it connects to your game, and then your notes, your feedback is almost real time in the game, but it's being sent from your phone up to the server and then back to you. I think that's really cool because it's going to get a lot of people able to play. Because I know in a lot of places, the real tone cable has been hard to come by, very expensive, actually just generally inaccessible to get in some places. What about latency with the app? It didn't even matter. The thing is, if you're playing through the app, right? If you're playing through the app, you have an amp. So, like, you're hearing your guitar through the amp and you're hearing the music from the game. But it's scoring you through the phone, and then at the end of the song, you see your score, right? Will they have a new real tone cable? From what I understand, they are just real tone cable, the same real tone cable. And if you remember in my old videos, using the exact same real tone cable, it sounded a freaking million times better just from the updated sound engine. Now, also, it's supposed to have full ACO support. And once again, in my old YouTube videos, I tested that. I went through my Axe effects. I don't know, it worked really well, and then there was a patch, and then it didn't work, and then there was a patch, and then it worked again. So, but obviously that was last year's beta. So, ACO support, though, interface, I know a lot of you here probably have interfaces, your interfaces should work. Yeah, so you don't need the real tone cable. But if you have the real tone cable, it's going to work just fine. As demonstrated by what? Oh yeah, my YouTube videos from last year. So everybody go watch those YouTube videos if you're interested in Rocksmith Plus, because I went through a lot of stuff, and I can't even remember all the stuff I went through. I went through like 2 weeks of literally making my Twitch streams short because I had all these crazy ideas for the YouTube videos in the beta. Will I be switching over to Rocksmith Plus? I mean, I might stream it a couple times, but obviously the song library is not there. We'll have to see. Sponsored streams? No, they haven't reached out to me or anything, so... Will it support 7-string guitars? Not at launch, but from what I've understood, okay? We know that there is rumored piano support, okay? Because we saw job postings for piano content in Rocksmith Plus. So if I pay $14.99 a month for being able to play along to songs in guitar, and also I can play around with a new instrument that I can play around with a new instrument, like piano, holy fuck, that is worth it. I mean, they built they're using a new engine for this. I imagine any sort of edition is probably, I don't want to say easy for them, but, they could add stuff. Yeah, one way to look at it, too, Rocksmith 2014 had, 1,400 songs? Rocksmith Plus is saying 5,000 songs right off the bat. 3 times the catalog right at launch. You know, Rocksmith is intended as a learning tool. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, there's no metal. Rocksmith is going to fail. Well, one thing, everybody, it's going to sound a little bit weird, but I know how big you think our like Rocksmith metal Twitch community is. We are definitely the niche of the Rocksmith players, okay? That's why when people are like, they should have 7-string support. It's like, well, I don't think they should, because a person learning guitar doesn't want 7-string guitar right off the bat. But, you know, we are definitely a little pocket of what the Rocksmith community is. So I think people got to chill with, like, the failed game gonna fail, you know, Rocksmith Plus gonna crash and burn. Because, yeah, you know what? There's a lot of people out there enjoying and will not go on a message board and complain because they're just enjoying the game, right? Yeah, that's the other thing, too. Like, people have been asking, like, why is there no promotion? And it's like, hey, this is not fucking Rainbow Six, okay? This is Rocksmith. But for real, though, it does look like Master of Puppets is going to be in Europe Rocksmith Plus. That's one thing that I think that probably needs to really get fixed, is the regional stuff. It might be one of those things that they can't fix. Regional needs to go. Yeah. You know what? Okay. TLDR Rocksmith Plus discussion. It comes out next week. Your real tone cable will work. Subscription model. Be sad about it if you are. I would say give it a shot. See if the content's there. If not, unsub, maybe come back down the line. When they potentially add more instruments, add more songs. They plan on adding hundreds of songs a week, which is crazy. Audio interface works as well. ACO support right off the bat. And also, Master of Puppets is in Rocksmith in Europe. TLDR.